AMD's X3D CPUs have become legendary in the gaming world, keeping the aging AM4 platform not just relevant, but a powerhouse in the gaming scene. Now, while the 5000 X3Ds are impressive, the 7800 X3D reigns as the undisputed king of gaming CPUs. But for Warzone players still on the AM4 platform, is it time to make the leap to AM5 with DDR5? Let's dive in and find out if this upgrade is the key to dominating the Warzone battlefield. Initially, I spent my day putting together these two configurations, and then I went into the MW3 in-game benchmark and ran it in 1080, 1440, and 4K using my pure optimized settings. After a day of rigorous testing, editing, and analysis, the results were in. The 5700 X3D showed surprisingly high averages in 1440, actually beating the 7800 X3D in averages and matching 4K performance. But could these results really be accurate in terms of translating to Warzone performance? Based off my own experience, I wasn't convinced that these results would translate. So what I did was spend the rest of my day running real matches on Fortune's Keep Resurgence solos in 1080, in 1440, and in 4K. Then I threw the footage in Premiere Pro, cut it up, and then analyzed the results. The TLDR is that the benchmark does not fully reflect the performance differences between these two CPUs when we're talking about Warzone performance. I think this is due to the fact that the benchmark is kind of like a closed test track, while Warzone introduces a lot more RNG. There are more players involved, there's more latency with extra players, there are more assets on the map, and there are chests with RNG as well. So if you're interested in getting into the nitty-gritty and looking at all the data comparisons, then go ahead and use the timestamps below to get to the benchmarks and results sections. The Fortune's Keep footage starts at the 457 mark. The conclusion I came to is that if you want to push the most frames in low resolution and low settings, then the 7800 X3D will be worth it for you if you play in 1080 or 1440, maybe even so in 4K, but not as much. If you play on higher settings, it looks like the GPU does play a bigger part than in other titles I've tested, so it would be more up to personal preference. But yeah, up to 1440, I would say the gain is worth it. In 4K, it doesn't seem as much so. As always, thank you for spending some of your time here at Purology. I know how valuable your time is and how little extra time we have these days. So I'm humbled that you picked my video, and if you've watched up until now, thank you so much. I hope it was helpful, informative, or entertaining in some way. My dream is to become a content creator full-time. I feel like I've just started on this trek and I have a long journey in front of me. Every single view, every single like, every single comment is important to me because it's like being able to put one foot in front of the other and take another step towards the end of this path. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to continue the grind here and I hope to see you in the next one.
deploy the mosquito.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Hostile counter UAV overhead. Battery low on the mosquito. Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Hostile mosquito is online. Hostiles deploy the mosquito.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Hostile Guardian has been deployed. Hostile mosquito is online.
You're back on station. Go get after it.
Hostiles deploy the mosquito.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Enemies deploy the counter UAV.